You are now tuned in to Uptxwn Talk.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Don't go any deeper. Leave it at you know, it's fine.
It's okay. You feel me? I'm gonna definitely edit it out now. But
funny as hell.
My guy got me wilding out here.
Nah, that was fly. I didn't even notice that until I was looking. I'm like,
he trying to clean it up.
Yeah, that's all good. Oh my god, feeling this way a little bit right now, man.
Oh, enjoy yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. I'm feeling hype. I'm feeling good today.
It's a good Sunday.
Caught the 444. The good energy. Sunday. Pod day.
Trying to get our credit right.
Word. Y'all in for a treat. Y'all gonna be able to get that Nissan Maxima y'all been waiting for.
Nah, we're gonna finance it though.
Oh, you word.
Are we financing?
At a low interest rate.
Okay, I like that. I like that.
Going.
That's good.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie to you.
Let's go.
Rest in peace to Pop Smoke. Mm-hmm. But I know we're not gonna listen to this whole shit, so I definitely got to play Burner some part on.
All right, go ahead. Is Burner on the original or is he on a remix?
He was the original remix.
Oh, okay.
Okay. What?
He was the original remix.
It makes sense. Once you think about it.
Wait, hold up. Anybody got some bliss tests? My little ass
You said what happened?
Pause. They don't look at you. Pause.
You said what happened?
Yeah, you tweaking. They feel ashy though. No, just
man.
You want me to just pass it on? I got it.
Word, it's about to look so sloppy on video. Random bliss sticks flash through middle screen. Like, oh my god. Great job, Sean.
We on camera now. I gotta come different.
Yo, everybody's phone low.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, let me.
I know y'all love getting text messages at exactly 5 o'clock.
Come on, we've all done it before.
Not me.
What is good, everybody? We are back. This is Uptxwn Talk, giving you our thoughts and perspectives on everything that's been happening in this crazy week. What's going on, people? How y'all feeling today?
I'm great. Real tired, but blessed to be busy. All that stuff,
Definitely blessed to be busy. How you feeling, Quan?
I feel good. NBA's back.
Oh, word. Nah,
preseason basketball.
Preseason is definitely back. And today we have a special guest for you guys. Tosin, can you introduce us? Because you're the one that put this together.
We got my guy Dwayne here, a.k.a. I believe you call it the Credit Man.
The Credit Man, that's correct.
Credit Man.
Yes.
He's done unbelievable things to people's credit. Mm-hmm. I'm about to be the next one. He's definitely put me on a lot of knowledge, even though I kind of been stealing, I feel like, because every time I call him, I ask him or I text him yo, how should I do this or this and that. He put me on the Credit Karma stuff, and I just started figuring a lot of stuff out myself, but he's definitely helped my sister-in-law, my brothers, just with their credit, and he's definitely gonna help all three of us with our credit, because we all definitely could use a little help with our credit.
Yeah, exactly. I appreciate you guys for having me on the show.
Nah, man, we need you. We need your perspective. A lot of us, especially people in our age group, we're kind of entering that new stage in our lives where we're want houses, we want to get our own cars,
exactly.
We want to take out loans, and credit is everything. So just your level of expertise and what you do, your field, it's definitely needed. So exactly. how you doing today, man?
I'm good, man. Can't complain. Been busy as usual. Crazy week like you said. So just trying to stay busy.
Nah, I feel you. I definitely feel you. I want before we start going into some of the topics, I just want to ask you: have anything been has business been a little bit more booming since COVID?
Oh, yeah.
Or has it slowed down? Because like you say, I thought it would be booming a little bit more because of COVID.
It's crazy. When COVID first happened, we were crazy busy, right? And I said, okay, COVID's gonna happen. Everybody's locking everything down. I thought, we was gonna get locked down too, and we was gonna stop working. So I figured I'll take a couple weeks off, work on the website, work on some things for Instagram, all that stuff. But it went crazy. I mean, it went from what we had to doubled. So it just went nuts. So we was working every single day consistently, all through COVID, all through the lockdowns, all through everything. So we just been working consistently since.
Damn, that many people was trying to get their credit right?
Yeah, because I think COVID kind of opened people's eyes. Damn, I need my credit right. I need I need to have these. I need to be able to get a loan. I need to be able to. They can't depend on that job.
Yeah,
so that's what it made them realize. Because a lot of these big companies laid people off in 2-3 days after the lockdown started.
Yeah, that was crazy.
Yeah, so.
I think that goes to a testament to just the different stories that you hear during this time period for the COVID, everything that's been going on with the pandemic. Unfortunately, some people have been affected hugely by, like you said, layoffs and stuff. But other people, man, they've just a whole nother door has just been opened, and they've just been getting opportunities after opportunities, jobs after jobs coming through that. So that's really important to hear. But before we start just getting into more of what you're doing, it's a lot of stuff that's been happening this week. First, I want to get to Mr. Rager. He is back with his, I don't know what album is this. Is this his 5th album, 6th album?
I don't know. I'm just happy it's not one of the rock albums.
Nah, Kid Cudi came back with his 3rd installment of the Man on the Moon series. Man on the Moon series. So I loved it. I thought it was dope. It was a kind of like a triumphant comeback for him.
It was a very, because I put it to you like this, with the Kid Cudi thing, he embodied more. He took a lot more hip hop elements without changing like his like brand of, I guess, rapping and stuff like that. Because you already know he's an off-brand kind of rapper. You get what I'm saying? Like, and he's not like the typical, but it's like he definitely has his own cult following.
Yeah, no, I love the stuff that Cudi does. I was never a huge Cudi person growing up, but I felt that after I started hearing more of his music, I started to just kind of internalize the stuff that he was talking about. Like, that this dude really puts a lot of emotion into his music. I loved the Kids See Ghosts album he had with Kanye. I thought it was really fire. And I was lukewarm on the album he did before that. I think it was like Passion something and Demon Slaying. It was something like that.
Yeah, but Passion. Yeah, I forgot. Dang, my bad. I'm at this. I thought I had it in my head.
Yeah, it was something like that. I was lukewarm on that, but this was a really good project. I felt like he kind of brought all the stops out. He put the production was really dope. The collabs, people that came on it.
I wanted to say something real quick. I didn't listen to the album, but I saw he had very few like features. Did y'all think that was like purposeful or anything? Or
he kind of like mad people been talking this mad shit about him. Like, even Joe Budden be hiking on him all the time, like talking about he humming on the track all the time. Yeah. And I do get it, like that, but the hum is his thing. You can't be mad at that.
He started that. Travis Scott took that on.
He's a melodic type of rapper. So he kind of brought that age in. So congratulations to Cudi, man. We love what you did with the album. Dwayne, do you listen to Cudi at all?
Nah, I'm not really a Cudi fan. I ain't gonna lie to you.
I'm not really a Cudi fan myself.
What's your favorite like newer artist?
I'm not gonna lie to y'all, man. I like City Girls.
But that'd be his first one. That's crazy.
I'm not gonna lie to y'all, bro.
I ain't gonna hold you. They can rap. It just be funny.
You know what it is? In real life, I don't really be. I don't care about none of that stuff. But when it comes to music, I like the drill music.
You like ratchet rap?
Yeah. Pretty much. You know what I'm saying?
No, I'm not gonna lie.
So let me ask you: you more of a Biggie man or Tupac man?
Biggie.
Oh, okay.
Biggie.
I figured.
Nah. I thought he was gonna say Tupac. Because he's more ratchet, like, than Biggie. You don't think Tupac's more ratchet than Biggie?
No.
Biggie talked about everything I love, like that materialistic stuff, the women, all of that. I love that in my music.
Yeah, he kind of had that mafioso kind of like, drug dealer persona type.
Tupac was too serious for me, man. I don't want to be
Tupac,
thinking while I'm listening to my music.
Yeah, he had mad perspectives with certain stuff. You get what I'm saying? Like, he embodied a lot of stuff. Like, granted, he did have ratchet like, type music, but then it was also like that stuff was like, yo, we need to get together and change the world type stuff.
Biggie wasn't talking about none of that. Because I'm like that in real life, but when I listen to my music, I don't want to be like, you know what I'm saying? I don't want that.
Yeah, you want to be able to chill when you listen to your music.
Exactly.
I mean,
you need
it's
a balance.
Place for everything.
Yeah, exactly.
So speaking of music as well, Keisha Cole and what happened?
I'm about to ask, who else dropped on Friday?
Jake Harlow dropped.
Jake Harlow.
He's
kind of Jack Harlow, correct.
Oh, why I call him
boy-
Jake? I'm thinking
my
about.
boy was watching Drake and Josh.
You're thinking about Jake
I'm
Paul.
fucking up everybody's name. I'm fucking up Dwayne.
Dang,
name.
Yeah.
I'm still on Jake Paul.
I'm
Come
on.
on, man. Nate don't need this.
Yeah, Jake Harlow kind of nice. I listen to him rap a little. He's kind of nice.
Jack Harlow.
Jack Harlow, whatever his name is.
Oh,
Ain't that
God.
nice. You don't even know his name.
Nah, I heard the song Tyler Hero. He had Tyler Hero in the actual video. It was dope.
What the hell?
Yeah.
White rappers, white athletes unite. That's
Yeah.
funny. That's a different bag. That's kind of cool. I'm not gonna lie. But speaking of other music and everything,
My bad. What if? I'm sorry. What if Lil Dicky dropped in a remix on Jack Harlow's song?
Was that needed?
Nah, my bad.
so speaking of Keisha Cole and Ashanti, they had to postpone their verses.
Was it because Ashanti had COVID?
Yeah,
Oh, Ashanti has
she had
COVID?
COVID.
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, dang. Prayers out to her.
Yeah, prayers out to her.
I know she's gonna be alright.
Now I have to be completely honest with you. I don't think any of us was outside when they were like. Well, I was probably outside. No, I really wasn't outside when Keisha Cole was big, or when Ashanti. I definitely wasn't outside.
Yes, we was.
I was outside.
We was outside and our mom.
He was outside.
He was outside.
He was outside.
Bro, I ain't gonna lie to you. We was outside singing them songs. We just didn't know what it meant. Like
I was not singing.
when Keisha Cole was out.
No, when Keisha Cole was out, I'm talking about Ashanti though.
Ashanti
when Ashanti was out, I definitely
she
was.
early 2000s. Early 2000s.
Yeah.
She was early 2000s.
Nah, even Ashanti though, she got some stuff with like.
So saying,
You was not outside.
I didn't say I was outside.
You wasn't outside in 03.
Bro, we was in the 3rd grade. We were listening to music that we weren't supposed to listen to.
No,
Son,
but not no
you was in
damn
the third grade
Ashanti.
in 03?
Huh?
we young, Dwayne.
Yeah. Yes, I was in the 3rd grade in 03.
We young with it. Not gonna lie.
Oh, man.
Really? Was that?
It's the Young Millennial
like
podcast.
Yeah. Nah, I definitely wasn't 3rd grade in 03.
Nah, yeah. Listen,
We weren't outside, bro.
I definitely remember a lot of them Ashanti and Ja Rule tracks.
Those was huge.
Those is huge. Tracks.
Like,
Yeah.
bro, you can't say
Yeah.
them shit stretched into like early, almost 2010.
Yeah.
No, they were like big tracks, but after like Ja Rule lost a little bit of his steam too. I mean,
I get it, but those songs still get played in the clubs now,
Yeah.
and those be the bangers sometimes.
Yeah.
they do be the banger sometimes. I mean, I gotta see. Sometimes it be like,
Man, as soon as that dun dun
All
dun,
right. You're right.
What would I be without you? And the raspy voice with an air.
yeah, I was about to say, you know what time it is. Like that's the time when girls even start you start actually trying to get their number out.
All
that
right,
time.
hold up.
They get softened up.
So Dwayne, who would you have in the verses? Keisha Cole or Ashanti?
That's a hard one. I think Ashanti's more mainstream. But I think Keisha Cole was more for the streets. Like a lot of the songs that she was doing, the women was like, she's kind of like a Mary J. Blige. Mary J. Blige put out music just like, full of feelings and emotions. Like, it might not go mainstream or number one, but everybody know the song.
Yeah.
So I would lean more towards Ashanti.
Word.
I'll take Keisha Cole. I'm sorry.
I should have cheated.
Yeah, because Quan love the hood love.
hard.
Quan got that love the hood love.
and what's wrong with that?
Ain't no good.
No, I'm about to say every girl, that went through a hard, like a no good motherfucker, they always got.
Now Dwayne that was a good point. He's saying he's like a little Mary J. Blige, Ashanti.
Yeah.
I mean, Keisha Cole.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Mary J. Blige, she been blaming men for years. Saying hating men.
Industry, man, niggas be out here doing their thing. Shoot.
Nah, I think Keisha Cole, like this. It's funny. I was listening to Joe Budden podcast, but he brought up a good point. If it's just straight Ashanti just playing her tracks, Ashanti might win. But if it's Keisha Cole and Keisha Cole's actually live singing, that's the Ashanti. Nah, I ain't gonna hold you. She might blow Ashanti out the water.
She's singing she's singing like she got hurt yesterday.
Yeah.
This just happened. Her boyfriend just texted like it's over. And she just started singing a song. That's how that emotion, man.
Man, she can't get away.
What I'm about to say, she make you feel it. So yeah, but no, definitely prayers up to Ashanti, because I mean that's crazy. COVID, that's another thing to keep in mind, man. This COVID thing is really serious, man. So everybody stay safe, but yeah, hoping Ashanti has a speedy recovery. They said it's supposed to be rescheduling for what, January, you guys said?
like this 12th or something like that.
Okay.
January 12th. Okay.
Also, so basically like a month away.
Yeah.
So
Not that bad.
it's not that bad at all. So yeah.
Damn, who would you like to sub in case Ashanti? Well, if Ashanti couldn't do it, if they needed to do it yesterday.
Jennifer Hudson.
Nah,
that's not that.
Nah.
She ain't got the catalog for it.
Yeah,
Okay.
She gonna be hitting high notes all day. It ain't gonna
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know who I would want to have in
They
there.
gotta be
Versus
married, man.
versus
Mary
Keisha
versus
Cole?
Mary, man. You got to be married in there.
versus
Oh,
Keisha
nah,
Cole.
Nah,
Mary gonna watch
Mary gonna
her.
watch
She
her.
gonna watch her.
Cause she the streets and mainstream.
Yeah, man.
Shoot, she was coming with the big bangers.
Or one thing she can't do is act on damn power right
Oh
now.
my god,
Sorry.
this guy.
Come on, man.
Lord.
You don't.
You had to be this. You had to be
You
this
stay
legend.
on. You stay on Mary neck about her acting on power.
Bruh.
She only draws from one emotion on the entire show. Like it's crazy.
She don't even got no emotion. That's the worst part.
That's what I'm saying.
Method Man high in the show though.
See, with acting is different levels. You know what I'm saying? With her singing, like I said, all she do is she hate men all day. But when you acting, you gotta like show real emotion.
Yeah.
She ain't got that.
Yeah.
But if you put her in a scene where she's got heartbroken, she probably do great. You know what I'm saying?
At first, she was low key. I thought she was kind of bodying the whole like. Were you even watching Power?
No, I haven't watched the episode. This
Nah,
season,
yeah, I ain't gonna lie to you. I'll be bored in the house sometimes. So I just throw that thing.
You
on.
gotta go throw the disclaimer out.
Yeah, but like I definitely turned it on. She was stinking out the place.
Come on, man. God damn.
Listen. I love Mary. Like I love her when she was on that duet with Music Soul Child.
Mm-hmm.
I love her. I just love her old tracks. I don't love the acting.
Can't be good at everything.
Yeah, nah. But I do like appreciate her the effort. You know
I was just
what
about
I'm
to say I appreciate her effort. I
You
was
know
just
what
about
I
to say
appreciate? Regina Hall. For me, getting to 50 years old and looking flawless.
that.
Yeah.
She looked fire.
Damn, I ain't gonna hold you. You kind of like switched up on that nice.
Nah,
He bodied that. Yeah, he bodied that. He bodied that.
Like my boy had the alley oop.
No, for real though, I'm not gonna lie. Much love to Regina Hall, man. She's one of those actors that you catch her in every B-list movie, but she always working. No, I ain't gonna lie. Ain't she always working?
She's always. I don't know.
That's a compliment.
That was like a compliment with a little shade at the end.
No, hell no. That's
Like
no
I like you, but I don't really like
No,
you.
no. That's no shade because Hollywood is hard. So to be constantly getting work, it's like the guy that played Dag, man. What movie was he in? It's the
Is he bald?
the bald guy. He always playing the dude that from Friday.
And nobody knows his name.
Friday After Next. He was like, say another word. When he had the gun on Ice Cube.
Clifton Powell?
Yes, Clifton Powell.
Clifton
See,
Powell.
Quan know his name.
Yeah, her and Clifton Powell, people like that. Leon that played David Ruffin.
Yeah, David Ruffin.
They
yeah.
always got work.
Yeah.
They always got work in Hollywood.
Bruh, I was amazed. I seen Clifton Powell in All Eyes on Me.
Oh, wait, what?
Did Joe sing? Y'all remember that? When he stabbed the dude? That joke was crazy.
Like, how the fuck he playing a thug at 60 years
Yeah, how
old?
you playing
Still stabbing people.
A jail thug.
Like, that's crazy.
I think they're trying to create a stereotype of like this is what like a stabber looks like.
Oh, nah.
Cause now I think about it, I'm like, if I had to think of somebody who's gonna stab it, it'll be him.
I ain't gonna lie though, people was messed up though. I remember one time someone came up to me. He said, "Hey, wasn't you in that movie when you was touching that little girl?" He was like, "Hey, yo, man, pick another movie."
Yeah, that's a fact. That's a
Dang,
fact.
bro, I've been in a lot of movies. Pick another movie.
Facts.
The dude was like, "What, man?" It's like, pick another movie, bro. Nah, but much props to Regina Hall. Happy belated. 50 years old. She does not look 50, bro. Like she looks. If Regina Hall told me she was 35 years old, I would have believed.
Yeah,
her.
yeah, 35.
She really looks about 15 years younger.
Yeah.
Or even if she said she was 30, I kind of would have believed her.
That's a little stretch.
Not really.
30?
Not really. It's not really. Look at Regina
That's a
Hall.
little stretch. That's a little stretch.
Yeah, I can see it. Like a 30 is a little max. Like
38, 39.
Yeah. That's more
debatable.
I'm
appropriate.
stretching it.
Yeah.
More debatable.
It's Regina. Nah, but much respects to her and her skin regimen. Shoot, I need that. Drop the caption. Drop the video. For
Drop
us,
the
please.
routine.
Please.
Her and Pharrell on the same skin regimen.
Nah, they got Pharrell's a vampire.
Yeah, they put a spell on Pharrell.
Word. This motherfucker soul can't. His soul
age,
can't
bro.
rest till he drop about 80 more albums or something.
Bro, if you watch the Clips videos from back in the day, he looks exactly the same. It makes no
Exactly.
sense.
Yeah.
Man, not a wrinkle in sight.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Wait, how old is Pharrell?
Pharrell's like 45. 2005, I believe.
Probably older than that. They was popping early 2002, right?
Yeah, that's early 2000 clips.
That clips with the that beat.
He's
with
47.
Just the bass in it. That song was so hard.
You know what's funny about
y'all was in third grade though. Y'all probably
I was outside. I wasn't outside.
What you mean? What song?
Doom 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 doom.
With NERD?
I'm your pusher. How that
I know, like, yo, y'all just be giving, don't let him just tell y'all we too young. Like,
no, we wasn't outside, though.
No, it doesn't matter. If we know the music and we've been listening to that shit, like,
the clips
say
were
it.
so hard back in the day.
No, I didn't know nothing about the clips until I got older.
Yeah, me
it's
too.
funny though. It's
It
funny
was
though.
so
Pharrell, with Pharrell, if you ever listen to Pharrell's beats, all his sounds and music, it has the same like signature 4-beat start. If you know what I'm saying, and it, you really just go listen to all his music. It really starts is like doom 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 doom, and then it starts to the shit start. I don't know. I've been paying attention. I listen to a lot of his catalog sometimes.
Yeah, that song was hard when it first.
Ain't no problem with that. Ain't no problem.
Nah, but so more congratulations are in store. We got Carrie Hilson. She's pregnant by a mystery man. I don't know who the hell.
Her baby father, because she broke up with Serge Ibaka.
Yeah, nah, she's not with Serge.
I actually like that couple.
I like Serge.
It was kind of dope.
I liked her with Serge.
Serge do a lot of work out here, bro.
Serge,
man, he do a lot of work out here.
Serge
on the low too. On the low.
Sniper.
Yeah.
But you know what it is though? Serge know about 5 different languages.
Yeah, he do.
I mean,
and he can cook.
Yeah,
he has his own cooking like show on YouTube.
Where he be cooking like cow tongue and shit like that.
How tall is Serge? 6'10"?
6'10".
Yeah, like 6'10".
I was about to say, my God, 6'10".
He stay fit. He not like one of those dudes that be out of shape on the court. Like
if he just make a layup, that'd be great.
That's what I'm.
Oh man, damn! Had to throw the shit.
He can dunk though.
That's all black people care about. I could dunk though.
Nah, he lost the finesse. He don't be having the finesse on it.
He with the Lakers now, right?
Huh?
He with the Lakers now?
Nah, he's with the Clippers.
Oh, the Clippers. Okay.
Yeah, he's with the Clippers.
Oh, he's not with the Raptors no more.
No.
That's crazy.
Yeah. So
dang. Speaking of the Clippers, God. What's good with the Clippers? Why they pay Paul George that much?
Wait, hold up, damn! I was still giving Carrie Hilson her flowers.
Oh, my bad. Congrats, Carrie Hilson.
They gave Paul George's flowers. That don't make no sense.
Word.
A lot.
They was on his. The internet was on his ass about that too.
Bro, what were they doing? Like, who came up with that? Like, yo,
what was that? 226 million?
Yeah,
like
extension.
Yeah.
He got paid more than LeBron, and he won the championship.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
that's
I don't
crazy.
know.
LeBron took that pay cut for AD though.
Yeah, I did hear about that.
Nah, I know, but it's also just like
I feel you saying.
I'm just like, yo, he should not in any way, shape, or form be getting paid more than LeBron.
No.
Yeah.
Even if LeBron is getting a pay
The
cut.
NBA is drunk though.
Yeah,
like right now, it's just really drunk right now. Like it's people getting paid. But you know what it is? The way the contracts are when you get a star to come in. You know, players, if you can get them to sign contracts at a certain amount of time, you just give them the money because you don't want to lose them. I mean, Paul George, if he didn't sign that contract this year, I mean, by next year, he could have been up for free agency.
Nobody would have wanted him.
No, but the crazy thing is, somebody would have wanted Paul George. Now, the contenders might have not wanted Paul George. Yeah, he might not get offers from the Lakers or. But to be honest with you,
Denver Nuggets.
To be honest with you, even though Paul George is, not non-playoff P, he is not built for the playoffs.
He's a good season player.
He still would have got some money from somebody because he's just that good of a player.
They got a max contract with somebody else, but I'm just saying, like, he ain't deserved at the Clippers after this performance.
Yeah.
5 years, right?
You know what I mean?
Hitting on the side of the backboard.
That's crazy.
I think he got more than Steph Curry, didn't he?
Probably.
Steph Curry got 200 or something.
He got 200.
But everybody,
yeah.
it's whoever up next. Whoever up next is getting.
Have y'all been
back.
paying attention to the battle with Paul George and Doc Rivers?
Oh no!
I can't remember exactly what Paul George said.
No, Paul just basically said that they didn't make any adjustments during the.
He ain't make a shot either. So.
Well, yeah, I'm about to say.
I was about to say like
to adjust anything.
You know, if he wouldn't have not hit the backboard like 5 times, maybe they would have been.
See that, bro?
Yeah,
I think we watched it together.
Yeah,
we did.
We were there. I was there. I was watching it.
Doc responded. He said all he said was that's just Paul opinion.
Well, he's trying to be professional.
Yeah, exactly.
He's with the Sixers. You don't want to freaking be going. You know, that's like you in a new relationship and you arguing with your ex online. Like, come on, man. Like,
you mean like McMillan be doing?
Yeah, like that. Basically like that, mostly.
See, basketball is great, right? Because if you like make your shots, then there's nothing to complain about. But when you have an off night, you should just be quiet. Paul George didn't show up at all. He didn't show up at all.
But yeah, he didn't even make his shots throughout the all play. It wasn't even like one night. It was a couple.
Exactly.
It was a couple nights.
I don't think Leonard is a number one guy either.
Whoa.
Yeah.
I don't know about that.
I don't think he's a one guy.
I don't know about that.
I've heard people's takes on that. I think I have to give him another year to see because
from what I see, I would kind of agree with that because nobody can't feed off Kawhi Leonard in an energy standpoint. You get what I'm saying? You want your leader or your team to be able
have more emotion
to get it because it's like
don't even talk to you.
It's like dude to make a layup. And then, like, after y'all go up one, y'all can't, like, feed off any type of energy or momentum to keep going forward.
He'd be like,
yeah, I'll say this with the Spurs. Someone brought up with the Spurs, he didn't have to be the leader at all. Exactly. He just had to be a good player for them. With the Toronto Raptors, even though he was the best player on that team,
what's name was the leader?
Kyle Lowry was the leader, and they already had something in place.
But even going back to the Spurs, you said Tim Duncan. Well, no, you didn't say Tim Duncan, but I'm saying Tim Duncan. He didn't have no emotion as a leader as well.
That's true.
Was he a leader? Though?
Nah, but he was
a leader of the team.
He was a lead. No,
I think Tony Parker was more. Of a
I was about to say he was a leader among like the big three worked as a leader on that team. I would say Tony Parker was
the person that's more vocal.
Who's the big nose? Who's the guy with the big nose?
Manu Ginobili.
Yeah, he was a leader too.
Yeah,
they got energy from.
Yeah, they all got a lot of energy.
Yeah. He came off the bench, didn't he?
Yeah, he came off the bench.
Manu ended up coming off the bench.
Yes.
Nah,
I don't know how much of a leader you could be coming off the bench.
I mean,
he could be a leader coming off the bench.
Off the entire team coming off the bench.
Ginobili?
I feel like
he was the leader of the entire team.
He gave
Tony Parker was more of a leader than he was.
Okay, but him and Tony Parker gave him more of an emotional edge as far as the team. Yo, like think about who's on the team with the Clippers, like and then like yo, this is Kawhi Leonard who's scoring the bucket. There's no energy from him. Like yo, you got Patrick Beverly. This guy, he just wild on defense, and then that's it. But he can't even feed off of nobody else.
I think being a leader and being the number one is totally two different things. You could be the vocal leader like Kyle Lowry, but the number one player on the team was Kawhi Leonard. I think it's two totally different things.
Okay,
that's two different debates.
Well, sorry, yeah. Okay, so that's the case. We'll clarify. Kawhi was the best player, but Kyle was the leader.
Yeah.
The vocal leader.
So with the Clippers, do you think Kawhi could be the leader? I mean, the number one player, and they bring in a point guard that could be more assertive, that could be more boisterous.
Maybe that would be Ty Lue. Who knows? Like they got Tyronn Lue as the leader.
I'm sorry. When you said that, I thought you meant as a player.
Yeah, I
was like, AI did him dirty. Why?
AI already stepped over him. Why are you still talking about him?
But look, man, I'm not gonna lie. I need tips on my credit. A lot of the shit that we got left, I don't want to talk about that shit. I'd rather get into what's going on with our man Dwayne, talking about how everything started with you, getting into just. Honestly, I want to know, just aside from the question that we already laid out, aside from that, what got you into wanting to get into the business that you're in?
Being invested in credit.
Yeah, helping people with their credit.
That's a great question, man. So this is kind of funny, right? Because it wasn't something like I went to college, I'm going to be the credit guy, you know what I mean? I kind of bumped into it. I met a female back in the day that she used to do, she did credit repair. She did all her own stuff by herself, right? So I kind of learned a lot from her. But the main thing that got me into credit, one day I read a friend of mine's. Okay, so in high school back in the day, people used to be able to start businesses, build business credit. It was way easier back then. Build business credit, and then they would take that business credit and they would get stuff with it, credit cards, cars, all types of stuff, and then they would just bankrupt it and don't have to pay none of it back. That was a scam that we used to run back in the day. This was like late.
Wow.
That's crazy. A malfunction.
You know what's funny? I felt it dropping too. My bad. I was a lazy setup today. Keep going.
That was all good. That was late 90s, early 2000s. Then Bush came into office and switched up all the laws, whatever. So back in the day, we used to go downtown. Back in the day, you couldn't just go online and set up a business. You had to go downtown, get the business name, tax ID, all that stuff. So we used to do this for my boy's brother. He used to start business credit for people in fake businesses, all that stuff.
Wow.
So one day I just asked him, like, bro, what are you doing? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, how does this work? So he gave me a book. He said, read this book. This explains everything about credit. That was the first book I ever read it from front to back. And I remember when I was finished, I was thinking to myself, man, credit is a scam. Why anybody want to use credit? You know what I'm saying? It's just people making money off you all day.
For a quick name drop, what was the name of that book?
I don't even know.
Yo,
everybody asks me.
Yeah,
I wish I knew, man. I'll be selling copies right now.
I'm about to say, I need to read that book.
Nah, I was scared. Quan was about to ask you, who was your man's name? I was about to say, all right, Vlad.
Yeah, exactly.
Snitching on the vibe.
Where does he live at? Yeah, so I read the book front to back, and I remember walking away from the book like, nah, credit is, it's shady, whatever. And I remember my mother came to me one day, and she said she went to the dealership, tried to get a car, but she couldn't get it. I said, all right, Ma, I can fix your credit for you, right? And she was like, what you know about credit? I'm like 19.
Oh, wow.
She's like, what you know about credit? I said, I can fix it for you, watch. So then she gave me information, and she just gave it to me, like, walked away. Like 35 days later, some letters came in the mail with her results. All these things got deleted, and then she came to me, she was like, yo, is this what you did? I said, yeah, that's what, because I did the disputes for or whatever, and I was like, all right, I'm going to get you a credit card. So I got a credit card, and I was like, all right, go back to your dealership now and get your car. So she goes and she gets her car. So she's like amazed, because a month ago she got denied. Now she's getting the car with a low rate, all that good stuff, right? Mind you, and I'm fixing credit and don't even realize the importance of it yet. I still didn't, it didn't come together yet. So my father comes to me like, yo, I heard you know how to fix credit. I'm like, yeah. So I took care of his credit. He went and bought a car. And then I was fixing my family members. I was charging like $50 back then. No, nothing crazy. And then what made me realize how important credit was? I remember it was 2005. This one the BMWs. I think y'all was in 5th grade at this time.
We wasn't outside either. We were not outside then either.
Carry on.
Yeah. So 2005, I was on the Parkway. I had a 1993 Toyota Camry. I remember it because it was tan. It was a V6 one. I had just got out the body shop, and I'm on the Parkway. I got the windows down. I got my music up. I'm feeling myself. And this dude pulls up next to me that I helped with his credit. He had a 2005, I want to say, BMW 645 convertible, right? This when they first came out. And I'm looking, and he sees me. He beeps the horn. He's like, beep, beep. And he goes, thanks, credit, man. That's where I got my name from, too. And then he pulled off, and I'm like, why is he in that and I'm in this? And he came to my house for me to help him, you know what I'm saying? So I went home and just went on Yahoo, because back then there was no Google. I go on Yahoo, and I just said, put in credit repair. And this whole world, appeared in front of me. And I'm like, you mean to tell me all this time I've been fixing all these people credit for like $50, $75? I was buying sneakers, going to parties, all types of stuff, just to, not even realize what I was actually doing. So at that point, that's when the light bulb went off, and I got certified, started working on my craft, getting the right documentations, getting everything together, and then I started my business. And that's how I kind of kept going to where I am today.
Wow.
Nice, that was a nice story.
Word. No, that's really dope. Word. That's really dope. And how long have you been in business now?
The LLC I'm using now, I got that in 2011, but I've been doing credit repair since I was 19, like I said. So, so 9 years legally.
Wow.
Legally 9 years.
Yeah. But that's really fly. That's really dope. And I want to know, the main thing I want to know, why. So from your perspective, why is credit so important?
Because credit opens doors for you, man. It gives you access to things that people don't know they can get. Loans, credit cards, houses, cars, boats, so many things, especially today. Like when I first started doing credit repair, only thing that people cared about your credit for was for a car and a house. Now they attach credit to everything. Like you want to get an apartment, your credit. You want to get a job, they do a background check that includes your credit. So credit is life right now. You can't do nothing without credit. And if you do something without credit, you're going to pay a whole bunch of cash to do it. So it just opens doors for you, man. It's just better for you to understand your credit and have a good credit score. That way they can never tell you no. Like you can literally go anywhere and apply for anything and you'll get it when you have good credit.
Wow. I mean, I think that's
so let me ask you right now, just for the viewers, because I know, but what would you say a good credit score is?
I would say anything higher than 660, 670, you usually get whatever you want. I don't know a lot of people that get denied for things around that credit score, unless you have specifics, like a bank wants specific, you can get 0% interest rate on this car, but you got to have a 720. You know what I'm saying? But most of the time, I know, and credit is a funny thing, because I know a couple years ago, probably about 3 years ago, I had two of my clients. One of them had a 640, one had a 720. They were both able to go to the same dealership and get the same lease option on the BMW 328. So it's just a funny thing, because a lot of people think the score is what's important, but a lot of times it's the content on the credit report that's more important than the score sometimes.
Really? So explain that aspect of what you're talking about.
Okay, so the credit score is important to the point where, like I said, if they have specifics, like we need you to have a 620 or better, 720 or better. But a lot of times they don't have score specifics. They just want to see certain things in your credit report. For instance, right? Let's say you want to get an Amex. Let's say you say to yourself, yo, my score is a 740. I'm about to go get this Amex, and you get denied. You don't know why. you might have got denied because you only have one credit card and one car note. And Amex is like, you don't got enough for us. You know what I'm saying? Amex is a high-end card. So Amex, cards like Amex, they require you to have a couple credit cards already and had them for a couple years and show that you know what you're doing. So in that case, your score don't mean nothing to them because they want to see the content that's on your credit report. Then you might go to other places where they be like, yo, you could have, one credit card and they'll give you a card because you meet the 700 credit score criteria. So it all depends on, what you're trying to do in the particular bank you're working with.
Oh, so it's kind of like like if you took it back to like school or something like that, it's like if you had a student that had two students that had a 4.0 average, but the other person, they had a 4.0 average, and if you look back at the test scores and everything, they have a whole bunch of tests, but this other person have 2 or 3 tests.
Exactly. Yeah,
so
exactly.
okay, you're gonna take the person that's
proven
proven that they could keep a high score up. So okay, I definitely get that.
So let me ask you this, because all 3 of us, right? We all in completely different credit situations, right? So and I don't mean to put nobody on blast here, but I think we didn't all talked about it. Like me, I have multiple credit cards and a bunch of stuff, like some stuff, a good amount of stuff under my name. Sean, you got what, 1 credit card? I
had 1 credit card.
Sean had 1 credit card. Quan,
I have had a credit card.
Okay, so what would your advice be to 3 of us individually, at least, because I know I'm asking you a lot right now, but like to break down, all right, what's the first couple steps that each one of us to do? So I guess starting with Quan, he doesn't have a credit card, right? So what would you be your first advice to him as far as to build his score?
To build your score, the first thing I'll do is tell you to get a credit card.
Okay.
If you can't get an actual credit card, well, an unsecured credit card, meaning that a bank just gives you money, I would say start with a secured card. I'm not a fan of secured cards, but young people, sometimes you guys got to start with a secured card. So they might say, hey, give us $200. Like Capital One got a great secure card, right? Like they'll say give us $200, or they'll say give you anywhere between $49.99 or $200, and they give you a credit card with a $200 limit on it. You take that, use it the right way. 6 months later, go get a real credit card, which is unsecured, and you can keep building from there. Because a credit card is the best way to build your credit because it hits 3 parts of your credit score. It hits what's called your debt. This might be a little technical, but it hits what's called your debt to credit ratio, because 30% of your credit score is your actual credit card balance, right? So as long as you stay under, that's the whole 30. I don't know if you ever heard of the 30% rule.
Yeah.
You want to stay under your 30% of your limit, so your usage, right? So it hits that, it hits the payment history, and it hits how many accounts you have on your report and flexibility, all that stuff. It affects all of that.
And that 30%, what you said, the credit what?
The credit limit. So if you're for easy math, your credit limit is $100. You don't want to use more than 30.
All right.
And the reason why, because a lot of people don't really understand that, because the credit card companies, they push you to use your credit cards. They like, yo, use the credit cards, we give you points, we give you rewards, blah, 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 right? But the credit bureaus look at it like this. Credit is supposed to be an extension to your cash. So if you're using more than 30% of your credit, chances are you don't have no cash. So they drop your credit score so you can't get more credit.
And that's of your whole credit accounts. Like that's what, like, let's say if I have 2, 3, 4 credit cards,
yeah,
right?
they add them all up.
It's 30% of all those accounts, all of them together.
Yeah.
All right. So you could have, like, let's say 3 accounts, all of them is 1,000, but if you only got 100, if you only use 100 of each credit, that's that's still under 30%.
That's still that's gonna be 10%. Is it?
Well, 10%
of each one.
Yeah, each one.
Exactly.
So and they all 1,000.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm
So
saying.
as long as you stay under 30, you good.
All right. So next one is for Sean, who same thing. He only has 1 credit card.
I'll say get another one. The average person in America has 8 credit cards.
I had 1 credit card and I did terribly with it. let me be specific. I had a terrible return with that.
I wasn't gonna go in, but boy,
yeah, it didn't go well. But it was the blessing. I looked at it, I was like, I'm happy it was a college card because
that's what they get you at. Oh
yeah,
they get everybody with them college cards.
Yeah,
we'll give you $5,000. Okay, they don't even ask if you got a job.
Oh, we didn't even get blessed with that.
I only had 1,000. No, and I ruined that really quickly.
With Sean, I remember that he's like, "Yo, I got a credit card." 2 days later, yeah, I can't use my credit card no more.
Nah, it was actually after probably 6 months. I was like, wow, I've used it all.
So aside from a credit card, what else would you think would help build his credit account?
That's the best thing.
Right there.
Like a lot of people like go buy a car. I think buying a car is a terrible way to build credit because you're paying interest on something that's depreciating in value. So it doesn't really make sense to buy a car. You can take out one of them self-lender loans, but the self-lender loans only hit your payment history. It doesn't help with your debt to credit ratio. It doesn't help with none of that other stuff like a credit card does. So the credit card is the number one way to build your credit.
Dang. Don't go buy a car, huh? With your credit?
I wouldn't. Not to build credit. If you need a car, buy a car. But if you doing it to build credit, that's the worst way to build credit.
Is this something personal to you, Tosin?
Nah, I don't got a new car and just bought it like 2-3 weeks ago with credit. You feel me?
Nothing too crazy.
Right, nothing too crazy. Dang. But I mean, I guess since we on me, okay, I have about 5 credit cards.
Oh, nice. Okay.
You know what I'm saying? 2 of them is under 0, but 2 of them are store cards. I don't think that really
It's the same thing.
Yeah, okay. I have 2 store cards, and then I have 3 just regular, like, day-to-day credit cards that I can use.
Nice.
I think my credit score is somewhere. It's still building, but it's like 650 area. I think.
It's not bad.
You get what I'm saying?
Good place to start.
Yeah, so I don't know. So all right, me who's in my situation, all right. You said the car wasn't a good idea, but but me having this car help in me building my credit.
It definitely does, because it helps with what's called the flexibility of your credit report. That's actually that makes about 10% of your credit report. Pretty much you just having different accounts. So now you're gonna have an auto loan. You got student loans too, right?
Yeah, unfortunately.
Yeah, so you got student loans, auto loans, and you got credit cards. So you have a good mix on your credit report. So that helps with your credit score.
Yeah, so now I just gotta go keep paying all those off.
Yeah. Keep paying everything on time. You'll be good.
So, like, what's my options with my my student loans? Because I don't know about these just getting paid like that right away.
This how the student loans work. You got to pay them.
And that's that on that.
That was simple.
The end.
Oh my God.
Student loans is crazy, man. Because back in the day, we used to take student loans off of credit reports, right?
Yeah.
Like everybody would say, "Oh, I need my student loans off." We used to take them off, and then it would come back a month later, like, "Oh, they back on my credit report." I'm like, you know what I'm saying? We don't even do them no more. It's like a waste of time now.
Oh, they just there.
They put them right back. They put them right back on there.
Does it at least buy you some time?
It depends, man. Because I've had people whose student loans came off and never came back, and I had people that literally they came off, they was excited. A month later, they back. Oh, my student loans came back, and we can't get it off again.
God
damn.
Sheesh. So let me ask you, you got any knowledge as far as with your credit and buying homes and stuff like that?
Of course, yeah. That's our main goal for.
You're the credit man. What the hell are you
especially
talking about?
for our people. That's the main goal.
I'm just, I had to ask the question somehow.
Yeah, I try to push everybody into home ownership, man. Especially multi units, investment properties. I'm trying to get us in there because a lot of times we don't own the neighborhoods that we live in. You know?
And you know what's funny? I definitely have talked to these guys because I've been wanting to like buy this whole. Mount Vernon place up there. It's alright. Excuse me, I'm a little got indigestion, but what's it called?
Little digestion.
Nah, it was a little burp. I ain't want to let it out. But yeah, we definitely been talking about buying that whole strip up there because I really wanted to be able to say, yo, we own our neighborhood.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
And I want to be, especially and one of the big things is like we in a lot of black communities. A lot of people, black communities, the supermarket isn't owned by any black people.
Exactly.
You get what I'm saying?
Exactly.
And if you could can control the supermarket, you can control everything.
Yeah,
you get what I'm saying? That where people simply get their food from. That's very important. That's that's one thing I was even looking at. I really want to get into. I'm just thinking, I'm like, all right, how do we do it? Because I know it's gonna be a lot of credit involved. And stuff
definitely, and that's a whole different credit. That'd be like business credit, which is a whole different thing. But the reason why I'm so big on home ownership because I started buying houses in 2008, or was it 2000? No, we started buying homes in 2009. So I bought my first one. So when the economy crashed, the housing market crashed. Everybody was losing homes. I started buying them, right? And I'm not gonna sit here and act like I was some futuristic guy, like I saw it coming. My father, I told my father we was looking for a house because I was engaged at the time. And I said, yeah, we need a house. And we looking at one family. So my father was like, well, I know this lady in Irvington that's losing her home. And I'm like, okay, we'll go. And I was like, Irvington? No, I don't really like Irvington because I'm from East Orange. You know what I mean? So I'm like, so he was like, no, go look at it. Trust me, you'll like it. So I go to the house, look at it. And I'm like, oh, this is nice. So we ended up buying the house. We ended up moving into the house. And let me tell you how sometimes absent-minded I am, right? We go through this whole process, buying the house, moving in. We know we got tenants and all that stuff. And one day, right after we moved in, somebody comes and knocks on the door. I open the door, and the lady was like, hey, how you doing? And hands me an envelope with money in it. So I'm like, what's this? She was like, oh, it's the rent. I said, oh, okay, yeah, cool. And I shut the door, and I counted the money, and I'm like, $1,200 for nothing? Like, just because she live here? Like, and that's when I was like, a light bulb went off again. I'm like, wait a minute, this is how this works. And I just kept buying them. Right? So right now I own 4 right now. Hopefully 5 by the end of the year.
What, 4 homes?
4 homes, yeah.
Nice.
And those are all multi-families?
3 of them multi-families and the one I live in.
That's nice.
So that's why I'm so big on it because I'm actually doing it. So I feel like if we owned our neighborhoods, we wouldn't have the issues that we have. You know.
So, do you think that with the time, how the time is right now, especially during COVID, is it like a good time to start buying homes again?
It's always a good time to start buying homes.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm definitely not definitely. We gonna buy some homes.
We definitely gonna look into it.
Yeah. You know, families, all that.
And another question I wanted to ask too is, so just kind of some of the stuff that we're talking about when it comes to credit and the knowledge that a lot of people in our communities don't have. Do you think that is just from a lack of knowing? So I mean, like, why do you think a lot of that knowledge is not given to us?
That's a great question. I think back in the day, the excuse, because I call it excuse, the excuse was the information wasn't readily available, right? But you can go to the library, everything was in books, but you know, how much of us was actually, because I wasn't a book reader, I am today, but back then I didn't care about no books, you know what I'm saying? So I think today there's no excuse for no one to not know and understand how credit works. There's too many websites you can go to. You got YouTube, aka YouTube University, but you can go in and learn about credit. You got guys like me that's out here preaching the gospel. You know what I'm saying? I do a credit talk show every Wednesday where we talk about nothing but credit.
You said
plug
that in. Yeah, all the information.
Instagram, Read_Financial_Solutions is my business page. Facebook, Read Financial Solutions. That's my company name. So every Wednesday we do it's like a show called Credit Talk. Well, I come on in, we talk about a credit topic, and we answer like credit related questions. But I just feel like, you know, when it comes to information like that, we don't really share that stuff. You know what I'm saying? But if I come up here and say, you know, such and such is with such and such, it's like that goes viral. So it's like, I just think we just got to reevaluate what we consider, you know, what we consider to be important, and this stuff can get out. But it's just too many places where you can go and get information on credit that, you know, for people not to know nothing. Now I understand that, you know, it's a lot of information, you might not know where to go, you know, which is true, which is not. I get that. But at least try to do your due diligence and try to, like, you know, get the information in the first place. You know what I mean? Because I got clients that come to me and they be saying stuff to me. I'm like, how did you know that? You know what I'm saying? Like real credit, inside credit knowledge. They be knowing. And they be like, oh, I watch this guy on YouTube. I follow him. He talks about this. He talks about that. So it's definitely out here. You just gotta do the homework.
So when it comes to another question I had, so 3 tips on how to keep your credit in good standing. What is 3 tips that you would have for somebody to say, this is how you could keep your credit in a good status?
Got you. First things first, pay everything on time. I think that's like the universal one. Everyone knows that. Anything that reports to your credit, you want to pay it on time. Your car note, your credit cards, your student loans, personal loans, whatever, anything that reports to your credit, always pay it on time. And if you have to pay it late, call the company. Because a lot of times... No, your phone bill don't report to your credit.
Oh, okay.
Phone bill don't. Power don't. Verizon don't. Like all your house stuff, none of that stuff reports to your credit. It's usually just stuff like your car note. Anything that you got to run your credit for to get, even though I can't even say that now because you got to run your credit for everything. But usually the only time they put stuff on your credit is when you don't pay.
Okay.
You know what I mean? When it's closed already. But pay your stuff on time. That's number 1. I think that's everybody knows that one already. Keep your credit card balances low. That's like the sleeper. A lot of people don't know about that one. You know what I mean? They think they're supposed to use the credit card and they can't figure out why their score won't go back up. It's because you're using too much of your credit. The third one is pay attention to your credit report. A lot of people don't know their credit score because they don't look at their credit report. Like a lot of people don't realize they have bad credit until they need something.
What's the best way for people to at least monitor their credit?
Credit Karma. I mean, Credit Karma sucks as far as credit score, but as far as like just knowing what's on your report, is everything okay? Is everything showing up the way it should? Credit Karma is a great place to go to get that.
Will I at least give you like a range of where your drain is at?
Credit Karma is different, man. It gives you what's called a Vantage score. And the banks use what's called a FICO score. So it's like the Vantage score is more consumer friendly. It's like, you know, it helps you. Those sites give you a lot of education. Like you could literally sit on Credit Karma and learn how credit works. They have everything up there, right? But the score is not really. It depends because, real quick, 2 things why Credit Karma doesn't give you the correct score. They don't respect your debt to credit ratio, and they don't respect the age of your credit report. So let's say you guys now, right? You might be on Credit Karma, and Credit Karma might say you got 740, right? You go to a dealership, they tell you, oh, you got a 590. You're like, well, why do I have a 590? Credit Karma said I have a 740. They might say, oh, you only got a year worth of credit. Yeah, that's not enough to get a 740. Yeah, but on Credit Karma, they don't respect the age of your credit report. You know what I mean? So that's why it'd be off a little bit.
So just reviewing everything, the three tips that you have for people on how to keep your credit score. You said first one, pay everything on time.
Keep your balance low.
The second one is
keep your balance low.
And the third one is
just know what's on your report.
Know what's on
Make
your
sure
report.
you look at your credit report at least once a month. That's another thing. Is no reason for you not to do. You have Credit Karma. You could download the app on your phone.
Yeah.
You can go on there, check it out. They'll update you. Hey, this was paid. You paid this down. So I can keep you up to date on what's going on with your report.
It's funny that you said that thing about the Credit Karma not really telling you exactly what it is, because I definitely went to the dealership. I'm thinking, yo, I think I got a damn near 700, and it was like, nah, you're doing like 650, 660, bro. I'm like,
that's called a FICO score. Yeah,
you get what I'm saying? But like, it's funny. I definitely do know. Like, it is. So Credit Karma is the best thing that's good for is to keep track of all your debts and everything that you like. You know, you should be keeping track of. And what is it they say? I think every 7 days you get a new credit score. Is that true?
Yeah, Credit Karma gives you an update every 7 days.
Yeah.
FICO, if you get Experian on FICO, if you get FICO on Experian, it gives you an update every time you log in.
Okay.
So that could be every login every day. It's gonna give you a new credit report and credit score every single day.
Wait, and do your credit score go down when you check it?
No. That's another misconception. You can check your own credit. That's called a soft inquiry. So you can check your own credit as much as you want. You can go to any website you want. You can check on ScoreSense, Identity IQ, Experian, whatever. It doesn't matter. You can check as much as you want.
What about the hard?
When you apply for credit, that's called a hard inquiry. So if you're trying to get, let's say if you're trying to get a Capital One card, and they pull your credit, that's called a hard inquiry. So that's when you lose points.
Okay. Yeah. Look, man, I think we got a lot of knowledge today.
Yeah, I think so too.
I don't know what else. You got any other thing you want to drop about credit?
Listen, man, just make sure your credit's in order, because the way things are going, everything. I did a segment on my show and showed people how much money people waste when it comes to credit cards. You know, when it comes to their credit score, and you had a lot of people that's running around here saying that they live debt free, they don't need credit, blah blah blah. And I kind of broke down how much money they spend because they don't have credit. You know what I'm saying? So I broke down, like, let's say if you get an apartment, right? You want to get an apartment, you can end up spending more money because of the deposit is going to be larger because you don't have credit. The landlord don't trust you, right? Yeah. You want to get power, PSNG going to charge you that deposit. You know what I'm saying? Because you don't have credit.
Yeah.
You want to get Verizon internet, they're going to charge you deposit because you don't have credit. So you're going to end up spending, I forgot exactly what the number was, but it was a couple thousand over what a person that had to, just by establishing credit and having good credit. You're gonna save a whole bunch of more money during that process of trying to get all that stuff.
What is what is some unique? It's funny, like, because those are some unique ways to even build your credit too. Like you said, how you said the Verizon stuff, this and that. Like using your credit cards to pay those bills and then consistently paying those bills off, because you're gonna have cash. If you have cash for those bills, you might as well just put them on the credit card and then pay it off immediately, because you know that helps with your history as far as, you know, your credit. And it's good to have like like you see money coming in out of this account frequently.
And it's good to see and the credit card companies like that. That's why they start upping your limit when they see that you actually use the card. They up it more and more and more because you got all these transactions going on.
They want you like dancing with the devil a little bit.
Exactly.
Yeah, we're gonna give you a little bit more. Yeah. Don't use it all.
So man, please plug in your Instagram again. You said you do a weekly talk show about credit.
Yeah, it's called Credit Talk. I'm on Facebook, Instagram. My Instagram is Reid _ that's REID _ financial _ solutions. I'm on Facebook, Reid Financial Solutions, everything spelled correctly. So we go live every Wednesday at 8 p.m. We discuss a credit related topic. We answer credit related questions. I'm just trying to, I think my goal is to try to just educate the people and try to eliminate a lot of the misconceptions about credit, because you do have a lot of bad info. A lot of these companies, what do you call it? I forgot that company where everyone was doing credit repair at that one time. They do have they put out a lot of misinformation or bad information about credit that really doesn't make any sense, but people believe it because they think it's coming from a professional.
Is it by any chance, is it freecreditreport.com?
No, that's a credit reporting site. They give you credit reports.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, the good book says the people perish for lack of knowledge. Exactly. So I mean, I think it's
you be killing the people with these like quotes that you become whenever.
I grew up in the church, so
me too.
I can't take credit for that.
Like I was just thinking, I'm like, damn, what am I name this episode? Got it.
Yeah.
But man, this was a wealth of knowledge. I mean, I know I needed it. Shit,
I definitely did.
Because I'm gonna call you tomorrow.
And
my joint's suffering.
And outside of that, I mean, like, like we always hear, like, you know, I told you, me and Sean, we've been listening to the 444 album a lot about Jay-Z, and we talking about, you know, generational wealth and financial freedom, and part of financial freedom is like having good credit. Like we definitely because you hear Jay-Z, he said, you want to know why Jewish people own all the nice houses in the neighborhood? He said credit. You feel me?
Exactly.
And that's a very important thing that I think people definitely need to like understand. Like we all want to like be rich. Sorry, my phone is going off over here.
It's on vibrate, so it's not that bad.
Oh, okay. Nah, but it's funny. I can hear it through the mic. I'm like, they're gonna hear this. But nah, yeah, like if we like together as just Black Americans, African Americans all together, we want to like come up together. It's like, yeah, little gems like just knowing about credit day to day is important, because one thing is in the Black community, I always say that we don't have a healthy communication with money. You know what I'm saying?
At all.
A lot of the times we only hear about money was like, oh, you owe me money, or you get what I'm saying, or it's like
it's also not cool to be financial literacy is not really cool in the Black neighborhood.
Nah, for real.
Which I think is kind of backwards.
It is,
because you see people, they brag about blowing money here. I paid this for this for that. But when you have someone who's really like, you know, like doing everything the right way and showing people how to do it, he doesn't get praised like that. He gets pushed to the side. Like, we don't want to hear that.
The conception is that if you have money to blow it, you have more money on the back end. So you just blowing it just to be a show off.
Exactly.
When a lot of times the people that are blowing the money
Don't
have it. It's the people that's not spending it. It's your frugal friend that's saying, yo, bro, I ain't paying for another drink. Y'all wilding.
Oh, let me ask you this then. This is a funny question for, like, you know, like, because there's a couple of people who do music and stuff like that. What would your advice be to them if they want to get a new car?
That do music and stuff?
Yeah. Because you know, some of them, like, they kind of want to have the image.
You talking about leasing or something like that?
Yeah, because I was thinking about the lease.
If they do it the right way, right? People that do music, there's what's called a brand. They are the brand, right? So you got to maintain yourself a certain way. So let me drop a gem on y'all. You know when they said Donald Trump spent $750 on his hair or something like that in his taxes?
Yeah.
You got to understand that Donald Trump is the brand. So he writes all that stuff off. So if you're doing it the right way, you can drive a luxury car and write it off because it's part of your brand. But a lot of them don't really know that knowledge. So they'll go take their personal money, go buy a Lamborghini truck just to say they have it. When you have people that's driving that exact same truck and not paying for it, or they paying for it but they write it off at the end of the year in their taxes. You know what I'm saying? So if you're doing it right, if you set yourself up right, you get an LLC, you buy all these things through your company, you protect it, you can drive a nice car. And that's the same thing I do with my cars. All my cars are my business name.
So let me ask you something. Like, I got this on the LLC, right? I could get a new laptop and then write it off. Yeah,
write it off. Yeah, when your tax time, anything you do in the LLC, that's considered that's your business. If you go to Staples and buy one paper clip, you can write off that one paper clip. And it's like a lot of us, for some reason, we think that we're not allowed to do this stuff. But these are why these guys are rich and they keep making money, and you know the money keeps coming in. They write everything off
on their taxes.
For instance, if you're going, let's say for instance you're going on an interview, you know you're doing your podcast. Let's say you travel to Miami to interview somebody. You write off everything: the plane ticket, the hotel, the Uber ride to the spot. If you bought this guy lunch, you could write that off. You write off everything. That's how the whole write-off game. That's how I always tell people when you have an LLC, make sure you get yourself a good accountant. Don't go to H&R Block to where they're just gonna do the basic paperwork. Get yourself an accountant that's gonna access your bank statements. You write all that stuff off. So a lot of these music guys, like 50 did he was on live one time and he said he bought 6 brand new cars before the year was up, and everybody was like, why would you buy 6 brand new cars? Because he had a certain amount of money he had to pay in taxes, and instead of him paying the money in taxes, he'd rather buy the cars and write the cars off,
and then he'll get the money back for the car.
He write it off in his taxes. So he might owe, let's say if he owed $100 million in taxes, he probably didn't owe that much, but let's say he owed $100 million in taxes, but he bought, you know what I'm saying, a whole bunch of cars that came up to $100 million. He don't got to pay no taxes now. He just wrote off the price of those cars. Word. Yeah, that's the write-off game. That's what I'm trying to get people.
We should did that with LA.
Nah. It ain't too late. I got my ticket on my bank statement.
You got to write off everything. Another thing is, you got an LLC. Make sure you have your business bank. I know we're going into business stuff now.
Yeah, no. Well, listen. Keep dropping in more knowledge. We good.
You have an LLC.
We do a part 2. We had to do a part 2.
Yeah, definitely. Nah, but we got a couple. We're like 3 more minutes.
If you do an LLC, open your business bank account and do everything through your business bank account. Don't do nothing through your personal bank account no more. Do everything through the business, because that way you can track everything. At the end of the year, you can go to your accountant. Here's the bank statements for the last 12 months. do your thing, and then you pay
and I
taxes that way.
just go wild on the car, like, well, not wild, but like
He just said don't pay more than 30. Don't do more than 30 minutes.
Nah, but he said if it's a business expense, we can write it off as a tax.
But again, you can't go to the strip club and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Like,
come on, we don't.
You used to be able to
first off,
do that. Trump changed that, but you used to be able to go to strip club. It's called entertainment.
First off, this is his girlfriend. We ain't going to the strip club.
He ain't going to the strip club.
Nah, we good. And second, me and Quan, all we do is pray and go work out and stuff like that. Push ups. You feel me? Like,
My bad, fellas.
Nah, man. I ain't gonna front. This was fire. This was.
But you
fire.
said write it off as entertainment, right?
Just in case you know anybody that want to do that.
Nah. Absolutely. I sometimes you gotta take people out.
But all of that is all. Like if you have a business meeting, you can write that off. If you like, I went on the business meeting last Friday. I did a photo shoot and stuff, and I took them out to dinner. Swiped the business credit card, and that's it. You write it off at the end of the year.
Wow.
All legal. Nothing you got to worry about.
We definitely gonna talk to you at later date. Mm-hmm. Definitely, he need to fix his credit.
Tomorrow.
And I need
to start my credit.
Where I'm gonna boost mine up too. So
man, thank you again, Dwayne, man, for dropping gems, for lacing the people with some good game. Mm-hmm. And check out his Instagram page. Mm-hmm. Tune in, tap in with him. You know,
Facebook as well.
It's that reciprocity. You know, you out here. He gave us this good game. We got to go pay it forward. So
I'm sure he got a MySpace somewhere.
Actually, I went on there a couple weeks ago. I do have MySpace still.
That's when we wasn't outside. He was on MySpace.
I was barely outside. I didn't even have a MySpace.
I never had a MySpace either.
MySpace used to be lit back then.
I heard it was different.
MySpace is different.
We're gonna see Dwayne with his college pics back there.
Oh man.
So much love to the people. Thank y'all for listening again. This was Uptown Talk, giving you our perspective on this crazy week and lacing y'all with some good game. So thank y'all again. Be safe. Stay COVID free. Wear your fucking mask.
And we'll be back next week with a special guest again.
Yes.
Of course.
Peace.
See
We
y'all.
out, y'all. Love.